Hey Prime members, are you tired of ads interfering with your favorite podcasts? Good news! With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts, included with your Prime membership. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free, or go to amazon.com/ad-free podcasts. That's amazon.com/ad-free podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
On today's Smart 7, stock markets tumble after Trump tariffs, Labour launch local election campaign, and much more. It's Friday, 4th of April, it's International Carrot Day, and happy birthday, Robert Downey Jr.
The Smart 7. It's news, but
not the news.
Stock markets tumbled on Thursday as the aftermath of Donald Trump's Liberation Day caused shockwaves around the world. As Trump predicted, there was outrage and alarm from world leaders as the US announced almost universal tariffs against friendly and not-so-friendly nations. Trump says it will usher in a golden age for America, but with $2 trillion wiped off the value of Wall Street stocks and the dollar sliding against the euro, it looks like a high-risk strategy. Much like the rest of the world, the UK now has to decide what to do in response, although we're only facing a 10% tariff, and Business Secretary Jonathan Reynolds announced a consultation process before the UK responds.
I am today launching a request for input on the implications for British businesses of possible retaliatory action. This is a formal step necessary for us to keep all options on the table.
The EU has had a 20% tariff imposed, which will cause more disruption between Ireland and Northern Ireland, and Irish Taoiseach Micheál Martin didn't sound too happy about Trump's trade war.
I deeply regret the United States' decision to impose 20% tariffs on imports from across the European Union. Disrupting this deeply integrated relationship benefits no one.
The local elections are scheduled to take place on May 1st, with local councils, county councils and mayoralties all up for grabs. There won't be elections in 9 areas as Labour moves ahead with local government reform, but Reform and the Lib Dems have both rolled out their campaigns this week. Thursday saw the Labour launch, with the party under pressure in the polls, largely from Reform who've made big strides since the general election. Prime Minister Keir Starmer was happy to take a swing at Nigel Farage's party.
They say they want to run the country. They can't even run themselves. You can literally fit their MPs now in the back of a cab. But they still don't know where they're going.
Deputy Leader Angela Rayner was also in Derbyshire, where Labour are targeting the Tory-run council, and she says it's going to take time and effort to get local services back on track.
We know cleaning up the Tories' mess will take time. That is why we need great Labour mayors, leaders and councillors, delivering the change across our great towns, cities and counties.
An Israeli strike on a school that was being used as a refugee shelter killed at least 27 people in Gaza City on Thursday afternoon, one of a series of airstrikes over recent days that has seen more than 100 people killed. Palestinians are now fleeing the city of Rafah as Israeli troops move to create a new corridor between Rafah and Khan Yunis in a bid to divide Gaza further and pile more pressure on Hamas. Thursday saw Israeli PM Netanyahu in Hungary for a visit to far-right authoritarian Viktor Orban. The Israeli PM shouldn't be travelling as he's under an arrest warrant from the International Criminal Court, but he plans to spend 4 days in Hungary, and his host announced that Hungary will pull out of the ICC as it has become diminished by politics.
Hungary and the Hungarian government decided that we should withdraw from the International Criminal Court. The reason being that we're convinced that this has become a political court.
NATO members gathered in Brussels on Thursday as President Trump's hopes for a grand ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine appear to have stalled. There's been pushback from Vladimir Putin and reluctance from Ukraine to sign a revised rare earth deal, but the Trump camp has also been busy with their tariff war. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio arrived in Brussels in a positive frame of mind, meeting with NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Rutte was busy reassuring members of the alliance that the US has no plans to suddenly withdraw all its troops from Europe and reaffirming his trust in the US as a NATO member. Rubio was also calling for calm and making it clear the US remains engaged.
A full-scale ground war in the heart of Europe is a reminder that hard power is still necessary as a deterrent. And so we do want to leave here with an understanding that we are on a pathway, a realistic pathway, to every single one of the members committing and fulfilling a promise to reach up to 5% of spending. That includes the United States will have to increase its percentage.
Still to come on today's Smart 7 in association with Metro, Lewis Hamilton warms up in Japan and Harrison Ford is about to get cranky. Right after this.
Hey, Prime members, are you tired of ads interfering with your favorite podcasts? Good news! With Amazon Music, you have access to the largest catalog of ad-free top podcasts, included with your Prime membership. To start listening, download the Amazon Music app for free, or go to amazon.com/ad-free podcasts. That's amazon.com/ad-free podcasts to catch up on the latest episodes without the ads.
Welcome back. There was one Premier League game on Thursday evening as Chelsea took on Spurs and won 1-0. This weekend sees the third race of this year's F1 season as the roadshow heads to Japan. Yuki Tsunoda is in the hot seat as the new Red Bull number 2, racing alongside Max Verstappen. He got promoted while rookie Liam Lawson was demoted to Racing Bulls after 2 shaky Grand Prix. All eyes will be on Lewis Hamilton in the Ferrari, who was disqualified from the last race, but also managed to win the sprint race on Saturday. He's sounding pretty confident about his new car, though.
I'm 100% confident we can fix any of the problems that we have. We've got absolutely all we need within this team. I think I really spent these past couple of months just trying to observe the way the team operates. So just observing and then seeing where I can contribute and what I can bring to the table is areas that we need to elevate for sure.
Olivia Munn has been away from acting for 3 years, but she's just made a return in the new John Hamm TV series Friends and Neighbours. It's out next week on Apple TV+, and she's been busy doing the promotional tour. In the 3 years she was away, she battled breast cancer and had a second child with husband, and now Netflix chat show host John Mulaney. She popped up with Jimmy Fallon to share a classic parenting error she made with her 3-year-old.
And I'm the idiot that was like, yeah, let's go get you a trumpet. So we go to the store, I get him a trumpet, but the guy teaches him how to blow in it, which is actually pretty hard, right? It's not that easy to do.
No.
And then he also wanted a snare drum, so I got that too. I just got it for him.
So loud.
And it's so loud, and I told him he can only play it in the basement in this one room in the corner.
If you were Harrison Ford, you might be getting a bit grumpy with John Krasinski around now. First, he successfully rebooted the Jack Ryan character that once belonged to Ford, and now he's teamed up with Guy Ritchie and Natalie Portman for what looks very much like a reboot of the Indiana Jones franchise. The movie is called Fountain of Youth, and it features Krasinski as a man in search of a long-lost treasure, which involves plenty of swashbuckling adventures across multiple continents. It's due to drop on Apple TV Plus on May 23rd. Just don't tell Harrison.
And which genius will explain to me why I'm here?
Keep the cat in the bag until I release it. Yeah? Great. We're looking for the Fountain of Youth.
Oh, please, no.
What did I just say about the cat in the bag?
Cat wasn't happy in the bag.
You've been listening to The Smart 7. We'll be back tomorrow at 7 a.m. Hit that follow button and have a great day. Give us 7 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Support for this podcast and the following message is brought to you by E-Trade from Morgan Stanley. With E-Trade, you can dive into the market with easy-to-use tools, $0 commissions, and a wide range of investments. And now there's even more to love. Get access to industry-leading research and insights from Morgan Stanley to help guide your decisions. Open an account and get up to $1,000 or more with a qualifying deposit. Get started today at etrade.com. Terms and other fees apply. Investing involves risks. Morgan Stanley Smith Barney, LLC, member SIPC. E-Trade is a business of Morgan Stanley.